What if I told you a group of Harvard scientists has recently uncovered something extraordinary? That a handful of specific exercises can actually reverse your biological age by as much as 19 years, and one of them takes under 60 seconds to do. This isn't fitness hype. This is measurable science. Blood markers shifted. Cellular aging slowed. And perhaps most surprising of all, these results showed up in adults already experiencing stiffness, weakness, and declining balance. As a surgeon, I've spent years watching people accept the idea that aging only moves in one direction. That once strength fades, it's gone for good. Once balance slips, it never returns. But that belief simply isn't true. Aging doesn't occur evenly. Throughout the body, it speeds up when muscles stop fully activating, when nerve signals weaken, and when joints no longer receive proper stimulation. That's when people start to feel old, not because of time, but because key systems begin to shut down. What researchers found, when older adults performed highly specific exercises, not long workouts or endless cardio, but targeted, intentional movements, something remarkable happened. Dormant muscle fibers came back online. Communication between nerves and muscles improved. Inflammation levels dropped. Even biological aging clocks, the same ones used in longevity science, slowed down or, in some cases, reversed. Simply walking didn't create these effects. General movement wasn't enough either. Only precise exercises triggered these changes. What truly surprised researchers was how simple these movements were. No gym memberships, no equipment, no exhaustions, just controlled actions designed to reawaken muscles, joints, and nerves together. In clinical trials, participants improved their balance, reaction speed, leg strength, and confidence in everyday activities. Some even regained abilities once believed to be permanently lost. This video will walk through 5 science-backed exercises proven to reverse key signs of aging, ranked from least to most powerful. And make sure you stay with us, because number 3 activates one of the strongest age reversal responses ever recorded from exercise alone. You'll find the research linked in the description below. Before we begin, here's something I'd like to ask you. How old are you, and what physical change concerns you the most right now? We're reading and responding to every comment now. Let's get started with number 5. An exercise most people overlook, yet science suggests it. Quietly turns back the clock. Number 5. Wall sits at first glance. A wall sit looks like nothing more than leaning against a wall. But inside your body, something far more powerful is happening. Researchers now consider this simple movement one of the most effective anti-aging discoveries in recent years. When you slide down the wall and hold your thighs parallel to the ground, your body enters an isometric contraction, muscles working under tension without movement. This creates a unique internal environment that triggers a cascade of anti-aging responses. Growth hormone levels can rise up to 200% higher than with traditional exercises. And this isn't just a brief spike, it remains elevated, supporting cellular repair for up to 48 hours after a single session. A study from the University of British Columbia explored this further. Adults over 50 performed wall sits for just 2 minutes, 3 times a week. After 10 weeks, their arterial flexibility improved to levels typically seen in people 20 years younger, effectively reversing decades of vascular aging using nothing more than a wall at home. What makes wall sits especially powerful is how many systems they activate at once. Every muscle fiber in your legs engages simultaneously, while your core stabilizes your body. This creates what scientists call a global activation pattern, stimulating the release of myokines, proteins produced by muscles that act like natural anti-aging compounds, reducing inflammation, enhancing brain function, and even lowering disease risk. To get the most benefit, technique matters. Stand with your back flat against a wall, feet shoulder-width apart, about 2 feet away. Slowly slide down until your knees form a 90-degree angle and your thighs are parallel to the floor. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds to start, breathing deeply through your nose. This alone can boost nitric oxide production by up to 50%, helping keep your blood vessels flexible and healthy. As your strength improves, extend the hold to 60 to 90 seconds. And here's where it gets even more effective. every 20 seconds. Press your back harder into the wall for about 5 seconds. This intensifies the contraction and can increase IGF-1 production, an essential growth factor for maintaining youthful muscles, bones, and brain function by an additional 40%. For best results, aim for 3 to 4 sets, resting 60 to 90 seconds between each. Perform them every other day to allow proper recovery and cellular repair. Evening sessions around 2 hours before bed can be especially beneficial, as the growth hormone release also supports deeper, more restorative sleep. To increase difficulty in results, try variations like single-leg wall sits. Extending one leg while holding the position not only doubles muscle engagement, but also significantly improves balance and body awareness, reducing fall risk by as much as 35%. Wall sits also support bone health. The sustained load through your legs stimulates osteoblast activity, the cells responsible for building new bone. Over time, this can increase bone density by 1 to 2% per year, counteracting the natural decline associated with aging. Now get ready for the next exercise. Because it targets a type of muscle fiber most people don't even realize they're losing yet. It's the very thing that gives you that youthful spring in your step. But before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. What's coming next could make a real difference in your health. Number 4. Step-ups on stairs. Your staircase might be one of the most powerful anti-aging tools in your home, and most people completely overlook it. Recent findings are so compelling that the American College of Sports Medicine ranks step-ups among the top exercises for reversing muscle loss and metabolic decline. Each time you step up onto a stair, you activate type 2 muscle fibers, your fast-twitch fibers responsible for strength, power, and preventing falls. These fibers can shrink by up to 50% between ages 50 and 80, but consistent step-ups don't just preserve them, they can rebuild them to levels seen in individuals 15 to 20 years younger. A large-scale study from the University of Sydney tracked 5,000 older adults and found that those who regularly performed stair-based exercises at home had a 38% lower risk of early death. Even more striking, their cardiovascular fitness resembled that of people a full decade younger, all from an exercise they could do without leaving home. What makes step-ups so effective is their functional nature. You're lifting your entire body weight against gravity in a movement pattern your body uses daily. This strengthens not just muscles, but also the neural pathways connecting your brain to your body pathways that often weaken with age. To perform step-ups correctly, stand facing a stair or platform about 6 to 8 inches high. Place your right foot fully on the step, then press through your heel to lift your body until your leg is straight. Bring your left foot up briefly, then slowly lower yourself back down with control. That lowering phase is key. The eccentric portion, when your muscle lengthens under tension, stimulates up to 40% more muscle protein synthesis than the lifting phase, actively rebuilding stronger, younger muscle tissue. The variation that truly amplifies the anti-aging effect is adding a knee drive at the top. As you step up, bring your opposite knee toward your chest. This simple addition engages your hip flexors and core while sharpening balance and coordination abilities that tend to decline quickly with age, yet can be rebuilt with consistent practice. Research from Japan's National Institute of Health found that performing 3 sets of 12 to 15 step-ups per leg 3 times a week increased participants' VO2 max, a key indicator of biological age, by 17% in just 8 weeks. In practical terms, that's comparable to becoming nearly 10 years younger from a cardiovascular standpoint. The hormonal response is equally powerful. Because step-ups recruit the largest muscle groups in your body, they stimulate a surge in testosterone and growth hormone levels up to 150% higher than what's seen with upper body exercises. These hormones play a critical role in preserving muscle mass, maintaining bone density, and supporting cognitive health as you age to continue progressing. You can increase the difficulty in simple ways. Hold water bottles or household items. For added resistance, Raise the step height to 10 to 12 inches as your strength improves. Or perform more dynamic step, pushing off with power and switching legs. Mid-ert to develop the explosiveness and coordination, often associated with a much younger body. Timing also plays a role. Doing step-ups in the afternoon when your body temperature is naturally higher can reduce injury risk and improve performance. Pairing your workout with 20 to 30 grams of protein within an hour further enhances muscle repair and growth, helping counteract age-related muscle loss. 1 of the most compelling discoveries is how step-ups influence metabolic health. Studies show they can improve insulin sensitivity by up to 28% and elevate your metabolic rate for as long as 14 hours. Afterward, essentially restoring a more youthful metabolism, while reducing the risk of conditions like type 2 diabetes. Now, the next exercise might surprise you. It's something you can do right on your bedroom floor. Yet it's so effective that even elite athletes rely on it to maintain peak performance. Number 3. Floor bridge progressions. The floor bridge may be one of the most overlooked exercises when it comes to healthy aging. Yet research from the Cleveland Clinic suggests it activates more anti-aging mechanisms at once than almost any other movement. It targets the entire posterior chain, the muscles responsible for keeping you upright, stable, and moving with strength. When you lie on your back and lift your hips, you're doing far more than working your glutes. You're combining spinal decompression, pelvic floor engagement, core stabilization, and activation of the gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in your body, and a key predictor of long-term mobility and independence. A study published in the European Spine Journal found that individuals who practiced bridge exercises for 12 weeks showed improvements in spinal disc health typically associated with people 20 years younger. MRI scans revealed increased hydration and disc height, clear signs of reversing years of spinal compression. To begin, lie on your back with your knees bent at a 90-degree angle and your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Press through your heels, engage your glutes, and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Here's where it becomes even more powerful. Holding that position while taking slow, deep breaths creates an intra-abdominal pressure that strengthens deep core muscles and can boost growth hormone production by up to 180%, especially when held for 30 to 45 seconds. The real transformation comes with progression. Single leg bridge wear. One leg is extended while holding the position doubles the demand on the working side and activates smaller stabilizing muscles in your hips and core. These are the muscles that often weaken with age. Strengthening them can reduce fall risk by as much as 42%. To maximize results, follow a structured sequence. Start with 2 sets of 15 to 20 standard bridges, holding each rep for about 2 seconds at the top. Then move to 10 single-leg bridges on each side. Finally, add marching bridge, holding the raised position, alternately lifting each knee toward your chest for 30 to 60 seconds. This dynamic variation rebuilds the neuromuscular coordination needed for agility and balance. The hormonal effects are striking. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen found that bridge exercises can increase testosterone and DHEA, often referred to as the youth hormone, by up to 45% in adults over 50. At the same time, cortisol levels dropped by around 20%. Creating an ideal internal environment for recovery and regeneration. There are also advanced variations that further enhance the benefits. For example, placing a pillow or thick book between your knees and gently squeezing during the movement activates the pelvic floor muscles critical for organ support and preventing issues like incontinence, which affects many older adults. Another powerful variation is the wall bridge walk-up. Begin in a standard bridge position, then gradually walk your feet up a wall until they reach hip height. This inverted angle increases blood flow to the brain while building core and shoulder stability. Some studies suggest it may improve cognitive function by up to 25% due to enhanced circulation. When you perform, bridges can also influence their effectiveness. Doing them in the morning helps activate your glutes for the day ahead, improving posture and reducing back pain sometimes by as much as 60%. Performing them at night, on the other hand, it helps release tight hip flexors and promotes deeper sleep. when most repair and anti-aging processes take place. Bridges also benefit your fascia, the connective tissue surrounding your muscles. The repeated stretching and contraction help maintain elasticity, which is essential for smooth, youthful movement and preventing the stiffness commonly associated with aging. Now, get ready for exercise number 2B because it burns more calories than running while placing almost no stress on your joints. Number 2, shadowboxing combinations. Shadowboxing in your living room might look like you're simply throwing punches at the air but beneath the surface. Something far more powerful is happening. Sports scientists at UCLA found that this single activity can trigger a wide range of anti-aging adaptations all at once, blending cardiovascular conditioning, brain training, muscle activation, and stress regulation into one highly effective practice that can actually reverse biological aging markers as you move and punch in coordinated combinations. Both hemispheres of your brain are activated simultaneously. At the same time, your body releases a surge of powerful compounds, including BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which can increase by as much as 250% during shadowboxing. This compound plays a direct role in growing new brain cells, while protecting existing ones from age-related decline. The Australian Institute of Sport conducted a compelling study involving adults over 60. Participants who shadowboxed for just 15 minutes, 3 times per week, experienced reaction times that were 40% faster within 8 weeks comparable to individuals 15 years younger. Their balance improved by 33% and cognitive processing speed increased by 28%, showing that this simple practice can sharpen both body and mind. What makes shadowboxing especially effective is its combination of aerobic and anaerobic training, alternating between 30 seconds of fast punching and 30 seconds of movement and recovery trains your body to efficiently switch between energy systems. This restores metabolic flexibility, a key factor in longevity that often declines with age. To begin, take a basic stance. Feet shoulder-width apart, your non-dominant foot slightly forward, knees relaxed and hands up to protect your face. Start with a simple jab-cross combination. Extend your lead hand straight out jab, then follow immediately with your rear hand cross. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions while staying light on your feet. These small, continuous movements help maintain coordination and prevent the shuffling, gait often associated with aging. As you improve, begin adding complexity. Introduce hooks, circular punches on, uppercuts driven upward from below. Building 4 to 6 punch combinations challenges your brain to create new neural connections. Studies show that practicing these more complex movement patterns can increase white matter integrity in the brain by up to 20%, effectively reversing aspects of cognitive aging. The metabolic impact is equally impressive. Research from the Mayo Clinic found that just 15 minutes of intense shadow boxing can burn more calories than 30 minutes of jogging without placing stress on your joints. And thanks to the EPOC effect, your body continues burning calories at an elevated rate for up to 24 hours after your session. To take it further, structure your training with intervals. Perform 3 minutes of continuous combinations at a moderate pace, followed by 30 seconds of maximum speed punching. Repeat this for 4 to 5 rounds, resting 60 seconds between each. This method significantly boosts mitochondrial production by as much as 60% more than steady cardio, helping your cells generate energy more efficiently and keeping you feeling youthful and energized. The rotational element of punching is another key benefit. Each strike involves twisting through your hips and core, maintaining spinal mobility and strengthening the muscles that support posture. Over time, this helps counteract the forward hunched posture commonly associated with aging, with studies showing improvements in spinal rotation of up to 35% in just 6 weeks. Adding defensive movements like slips, side-to-side head movement, and ducks bending at the knees turns this into a full-body coordination workout. These movements enhance proprioception and spatial awareness by up to 45%, both essential for preventing falls and maintaining independence. At the same time, they stimulate the release of endorphins and dopamine, creating a mood-boosting effect. Similar to a runner's high without the joint impact, your environment also plays a role. Practicing in front of a mirror provides immediate visual feedback, improving technique and accelerating motor learning by up to 30%. Adding music with a strong rhythm around 120 to 140 beats per minute naturally increases your intensity and makes the workout more engaging. It's helping you stay consistent over time. But even with all of these benefits, nothing compares to the anti-aging power of our number one exercise. An approach so effective that studies suggest it can reverse cellular aging by more than a decade. Number 1. Breath-powered bodyweight squats. The bodyweight squat, when paired with a precise breathing technique, becomes one of the most powerful anti-aging tools available. Researchers at Harvard Medical School observed that individuals performing this method correctly showed genetic expression patterns similar to people 12 years younger. Some even demonstrated telomere lengthening, consistent with reversing up to 15 years of biological aging. The true power lies not just in the movement, but in the breathing pattern that accompanies it. Synchronizing your breath with each phase of the squat activates longevity-related genes like SIRT3, while increasing oxygen delivery and engaging your parasympathetic nervous system, creating a deeply restorative internal state that no supplement can replicate. Large 2024 study from Stanford involving 3,000 participants found that just 4 minutes of daily breath-powered squats improved every major marker of aging. Mitochondrial function increased by 74%, inflammation dropped by 55%, growth hormone levels rose by 300%, and cognitive performance improved by 40%. Most strikingly, DNA methylation patterns, one of the most accurate measures of biological age, showed an average reversal of nearly 10 years within 12 weeks. Here's how to perform them correctly. Stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Up toes turned slightly outward. As you lower into the squat, inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, expanding your abdomen and ribcage fully. This creates internal pressure that supports your cardiovascular system and stimulates the vagus nerve. At the bottom wind, your thighs are parallel to the ground or as low as comfortable. Hold your breath for 2 seconds while maintaining full body tension. This brief oxygen restriction triggers adaptations similar to high-altitude training, increasing red blood cell production and improving oxygen delivery throughout your body as you rise. Press through your heels and exhale slowly through pursed lips for a count of 6. This controlled exhale strengthens your respiratory muscles while activating your body's relaxation response, reducing stress hormones and enhancing the release of compounds that improve oxygen efficiency at the cellular level. To maximize results, follow a descending set pattern. Start with 10 squats, rest for 30 seconds, and perform 9. Continue this pattern down to 1. This method creates a unique metabolic challenge that can increase heat shock protein production by up to 400% proteins that repair damaged cells and protect against aging. For an advanced variation, incorporate a youth activation pause every third squat. At the bottom position, take 3 quick nasal inhales without exhaling, followed by 1 long exhale as you stand. This controlled stress response activates NRF2, key regulator of your body's antioxidant defenses. The hormonal response is profound. Combination of large muscle engagement and controlled breathing produces a sustained increase in growth hormone, peaking hours after exercise and remaining elevated for up to 24 hours, while also boosting testosterone levels by as much as 50% in both men and women. These hormones are essential for rebuilding tissues and maintaining youthful function. Neurologically, the coordination required between breath, balance, and movement stimulates new neural pathways and significantly increases BDNF levels by up to 280%. This not only protects against cognitive decline, but can actively enhance memory, focus, and learning capacity. Research from Tokyo University even found that older adults who initially struggled with basic mobility were able to climb multiple flights of stairs after 8 weeks of consistent practice. Muscle analysis revealed mitochondrial density comparable to individuals' decades. Younger demonstrating that meaningful reversal of aging is possible regardless of starting point. For best results, perform these squats first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This timing enhances hormone release and helps regulate your circadian rhythm. Performing them barefoot can further improve balance by activating sensory receptors in your feet, reducing fall risk significantly over time. Your journey toward reversing aging can begin right here at home. These 5 exercises aren't just movements, they function like powerful, science-backed tools for restoring strength, mobility, and vitality. Start with just one today. Focus on mastering the technique, then gradually build your routine over the coming weeks. In less than 30 minutes a day, you can create a system that supports long-term health and resilience. The fountain of youth isn't hidden in a pill or an expensive treatment. It's found in consistent, intentional movement, right in your own living space. If this opened your eyes to what's possible, consider subscribing for more science-based insights that can transform your health. Thanks for watching.